what you need to do is you need to scan yourself and say, what is my root right now? Right? Like what is it that is showing up for me right now? Why is it that I'm procrastinating? Right? Where is that coming from? You have to be able to sit with yourself and ask yourself, because every root have a different remedy. So it's good for you to find out what your root is, why it is that you're procrastinating right now. And let me tell you something. Is sometimes you don't procrastinate from the same thing, from the same root. Today you could be procrastinating because you're overwhelmed and you're tired and you don't have a roadmap of what it is that you want to do. And then tomorrow you can be procrastinating because of the perfectionism. So they all have different reasons, right? So it's good for you to know what the reasons are. Good. Right. So let's see. Let me go to right. So Pierce Steele book, The Procrastination Equation. That's what I was talking about today. Right? He have a lot of research in one simple formula, right? So what he says is expectancy. Expectancy means, do I believe I can do this? That's expectancy. Do I believe that I can do this? Value is, do I care? Like, is it interesting or meaningful for me to do this right now? This task that I'm procrastinating on, right? And then there's impulsiveness, which is how easily am I distracted to do something else that is more fun, right? And then the delay that you employ, right, is how far away the reward or deadline is. All of these things factor into your procrastination and why you procrastinate. Okay? Right? So basically, motivation equals to expectancy times value over impulsiveness over times delay. So basically, impulsiveness and delay is what's going to cause you to procrastinate more. But expectancy and value is what's going to make you finish the task faster or get to the task. No, expectancy, remember, is, do I believe I can do this? If you believe that you can do the task, you're less likely to procrastinate. Value is, do I care about this task? Right? Do I really, really care about this task? Is it very meaningful to me? And is it something that's interesting to me? The higher that value is, the less likely you are going to procrastinate, right? Now, the other side is also true. Impulsiveness. If you have a higher impulsiveness, whereas you're very distracted from this task for something that is more fun, right? Then you're going to be more likely to procrastinate. If the delay is farther in the future, in other words, like how far is the reward or deadline, that's why it's important for you to celebrate your micro wins, right? The small milestones. That's why they're important, right? Right. How far away is the delay makes a big difference when it comes on to you procrastinating. It's good, right? So people procrastinate more when they doubt themselves. What is that? Low expectancy. When they're B, the task feels pointless or boring. That is low value. People procrastinate more when there are many temptations. What is that? High impulsiveness. People procrastinate more when the deadline is far away. What does that mean? That's a long delay, right? You can literally say that if you want to procrastinate less, you can either raise your expectancy and the value of the task, or you lower impulsiveness and delay. That's what you have to do.